Bitcoins and Bitcoiners. Welcome to another wonderful episode of BCN Crypto Kickoff. My name is Mr. Clifford T. Mitchum, and I will be your host. So, welcome for another exciting event coming in. I'm also the educational director for BitcoinCryptoNews, brought to you here by our wonderful sponsor, Crypto Quick. So be sure to check out their website, find businesses that accept cryptocurrency, start circulating that, using that, and if you are a business that accepts cryptocurrency, be sure to open your account, claim your listing so you can find more crypto enthusiasts that are looking to expand and coordinate the adoption of cryptocurrencies. So with that, we'll start off with a big crypto shout out to Bitcoin and Coffee. Eugene, Sam, pleasure for having me on this morning. Wonderful show. You guys are awesome. Love your work. Keep on keeping on. And, we'll get more and more of this cryptocurrency out there in the world and everybody else joining as well. Another crypto shout out to Nitin Patel for sharing the videos, promoting it, spreading it around. Really appreciate all of your help with getting that across. So now, with that said, let's go ahead and begin by going over our disclaimer. The information provided in this show is for educational purposes only and is not financial or investment advice. For financial advice, please speak with a licensed professional. So with that, let's get into it. All right. Looking at Bitcoin for the week of November 18th through November 24th, Bitcoin started off the week at $5,546.62, finishing out the week at $3,880.76. That is a drop of $1,665.86 or 30% decrease. Now, my goodness, everybody's looking at this and they're like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's crashing. When I look at this and see, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's having a Black Friday sale. So 30% off of Bitcoin. Really, what could somebody ask for this time of year? I don't understand the whole panic situation, the uneasiness. I mean, people have been trying to get into Bitcoin when it was at 6,000, 10,000, 14,000. To have it available at 3,900. I mean, I'm upset because I bought more when it was at 5,000. So I'm actually working my things out, putting more funds aside so I can get more investment on that. That's me. That's what I'm doing. You do your research, find that. Not a financial advice on that. But this is basically a sale. Crypto's on sale for the holidays. So if somebody's looking to get it, now's the time to do it. Really need to get past that mindset of buy high and sell low. It goes against the idea. But the number one rule in crypto, do not spend anything you can't lose, just in case it happens. People talk about this being a drop, and it's really only a matter of the crypto is down. Nobody's lost a dime. Nobody's lost a cent. The value has dropped on paper, but as long as you still hold the Bitcoin that you hold, it'll rebound, in my personal opinion. That's what I hope for. That's what I've reliably seen. But a lot of people, they just get worked up, and just because they see the value going down on paper, it, it's it, it just doesn't work that way. Only time you lose is if you sell, and then if you sell and the price bounces back, now you have to buy it back at a higher price. That's not a way to profit and get ahead. That's bad business. So, with that in mind, other thing to look at, when you see the decline at the end of this week, it's a sharp drop. However, this one is not as dramatic as the ones we've seen earlier in this quarter, which were just straight falls. We see that this one did drop like that, but then it had a stair step effect at the end where it was showing that truly crypto holders were actually exiting the market and they were moving funds around. So that's something that's significant when we look at the chart for this week. But overall, this is the thing that's more natural. We actually have real hodlers, real crypto players that are moving off funds, either moving into stable coins, taking profits, or doing something else financially. It's coming close to the end of the last month of the quarter and the end of the year. So we have a lot of businesses that are taking funds for profit taking and the like for that. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. If somebody's in a position to take profits, by all means, they should look into that. But don't make any decision without doing sufficient research to make sure it's the best option for your situation. Also, when you are making moves like this, start looking at what your tax situation is going to be, because the long hand of the IRS will be coming shortly. So now let's look at what was going on this week last year. So for the week of November 18th through November 24th, 2017, Bitcoin started off the week at $7,766.03, finishing out the week at $8,253.69, which is a $487.66 gain, or 6.3% increase. So this was continued on the march. Just around Thanksgiving, we had a dip. We had a dip in crypto, and then it started to rebound coming up after that. So we had a bit more significant of a dip than I had expected, but nonetheless, it's still something that is a favorable position for people that are looking to get in from that standpoint. The increase they had was onto the march up to the all-time high, which is from this time last year is only a few weeks away. So the tremendous growth is really what we'd be seeing. So looking at this in comparison, I would expect to see probably more of a continued drop, but it won't be a dramatic drop in my opinion. There's some speculators that say Bitcoin's going to drop down to as low as 1,500. I was wrong when I said it wouldn't go to 3, because we got down to, I think, 34.58 was the official low, as far as how much it dipped before coming back up to 3,800. And it's still showing some increase go from there. This could be referred to as what they refer to as a dead cat bounce, where it looks like it's going to drop, then comes up, and then drops down lower than what it originally had. It's highly possible in the crypto space. It's always a wild ride. So you're never really sure what's going to happen. But either way, I would expect more of a modest drop over this week, and just still some more incorporation for December as we move closer to that. I still see it's becoming more and more difficult to reach an all-time high for this year. But crypto last year reached an all-time high. I think it was in 18 days or 30 days, something like that. But even just getting back to 10,000 would be a tremendous growth for anybody that's looking into this space. So now when we look at what was going on next week, last year, that's the week of November 25th through December 1st. Bitcoin started off at $8,789.04, finishing out that week at a glorious $10,975.60 gain, or 24.9% increase. So just like we can have a 30% drop, we can just as easily have a 30% gain. Last year, we saw a 25% gain for the coming week. Don't quite think the mentality in the market space is on path for that, but doesn't rule it out as a possibility, depending on what activities go in for the whales. If they see the bottom being at 1,500, if they like to see a greater position and some more involvement or more incorporation of investors coming in for the end of the year and then topping out in December, we can definitely see a tremendous growth along this line. I think ours might be a little more flat to down for the next coming week, but we'll see what the reality goes with in comparison to the expectations. But just with that change, I'm seeing almost $2,200 in a week. That's just a ridiculous amount of growth. And that's what we love in the crypto space. This will truly differentiate it and separates it from the legacy markets. But we're seeing a little more overlap, but we'll see how time holds and how that progression keeps up. So now let's look at the quarterly activity. So Q4 of 2017 saw the Bitcoin started off on October 1st at a value of $4,395.81, finishing out the quarter at $14,156.40, being a gain of $9,760.59, or 222% increase. So this was the big fervor. Everybody was getting into crypto last year. It's not the same for this bear market year. This is closer and more similar to what's going on in 2014, but doesn't necessarily mean that we can't see more incorporation. The main thing you see is a lot of incorporation with regulation that we knew was coming. We knew we couldn't have the tremendous growth we had year on year, but we still have significant amounts of growth, just a little more stable or in shorter bursts going on for this year. So the new chart that I added was actually a quarter to date. So when we look at Q4 of 2017, that went from October 1st up to November 24th, we see that the value started off at $4,395.81, but it finished at this point to being $8,790.92, being a $3,995.11 gain, or 90.9% from last year at the beginning of the quarter up to this point. Excuse me. So you see a virtual doubling. We just saw a virtual halvening, and just getting back up to its natural place, closer to the 6,000 that it's been for so long. We're going to virtually see a doubling. The question is how quickly that's going to happen. So the quarter, up to this point is showing large, and we're kind of an inverse to what's been going on between last year and now. So we can, just take that into account and see the overall gains that we can see just getting back to the current levels. The main thing is looking at the chart itself for the quarter to date. So for Q4 of 2018, from the beginning of the quarter, October 1st, starting out at a value of $6,593.24, finishing up to this point at $3,994.23. That is a drop of $2,599.01, or 39.4% decrease. Now, much of this we just saw over the last week, although it's been a step down, but balancing out. Actually, you can say all of this, essentially all of this we saw, just over the last week. So it can easily flip and send things the opposite direction, but up to this point, it's just been, a down market, which to me, I definitely see that sale price. Everything's on Bitcoin, 30% off. All the other altcoins can be as high as 60, 70% off of their values. So I personally, the funds I have, I'm looking to get more. That's me. But just for this to do what Bitcoin naturally does, and the reason I feel that it's going to go back to the values it has at least been stable at, is because we have greater regulatory infrastructure being created. There's more bills. There's more businesses looking at crypto. There's more people getting into crypto, and more people looking at getting into crypto. They're just waiting for, I guess, the high value to buy in. But because of the low values, I would hope to see more people purchasing in and taking advantage of it at this stage. So we will see as the time progresses. Now, moving into our top stories for the week. We have on November 20th, nobody panic. Bitcoin plummet prompts reassurance from crypto pundits. This article comes to us from Janice McAfee. Crypto shout out to you, Ms. Janice McAfee, on the Twitter account. Bitcoin's dropped almost 30% of its fiat value, and analysts, along with hodlers, say that there is nothing to panic about. Binance's CEO especially reminds the skittish community that Bitcoin goes through swings like this and emerges stronger. John McAfee reminded the same thing, saying that this is just a harsh winter. Bitcoin goes up, it goes down. Personally, I love the action. We had been stable so long, we just got used to it. It was getting boring. What's going on in the crypto space, particularly with the volatility we had seen last year. So I really feel it's good to see a little, upward down movement. I would prefer upper. I would prefer upper. But, having some down movement, nothing wrong with that. So we'll just continue forth and do what we can with what we have. But the main thing is don't panic. Everything's on sale. So now we do have a couple people joining us in the chat today. We have Mr. Paul Rouleau. Good morning to you, sir. Saw you on Bitcoin and Coffee. Pleasure to actually, get in contact with you through that space. We have also joining Max X, saying good morning to YouTubers that are still alive. Hasn't been through a swing like this, but volatility is an opportunity. And that's exactly what I've been saying. Just like when you go to the stores and it's saying 80% off, 60% off, Bitcoin's 30% off. It's a great opportunity. This is where you get your stripes. This is where people learn their mettle. If you were actually in the crypto market last year, these swings were a daily and weekly occurrence. So you really got mentally ready for this, where you don't even bat an eye. You begin to learn to enjoy the roller coaster. But pay attention to people that are actually in the space. We have a lot of news, and some of the stories I actually don't include in my top stories come from people that know nothing about crypto. And then they tell you, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's ending, Bitcoin's crashing. Bruh, you've been in this a week. How are you going to tell me what's going on with this? I'm listening to people that are actually in the crypto space. For all his craziness, John McAfee knows crypto and has been studying crypto. When you take some of the mainstream media analysts, I'm just not taking what they have to heart. They don't have any skin in the game. They're not looking to have, greater adoption, and they're not expecting it to do better than be just a quirky little internet fad. So, don't pay much attention to them. Stick to the crypto pundits, people that actually know what's going on. So, going to our next story. This story comes to us saying India to finally draft cryptocurrency regulations in December. This is an article coming up to us from CCN. Crypto shout out to CCN putting this out there. There's finally a draft bill to allow and incorporate a regulatory structure for the open ledger of cryptocurrency. They've been banned and hampered in India since 2017 by the central banking authority through through a new financial body, they're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel to open up the paradigm shift capabilities of cryptocurrency for the Indian people. This is a tremendous gain for the crypto market. There are billions of people in India, which means there's billions of people that are poor in comparison to Western standards. These people getting a hold of cryptocurrency and just buying every little bits of Satoshis can really begin to drive the market to mass adoption. And mass adoption through a space like India, that rising tide raises all ships. So we can all see a tremendous value increase in terms of fiat. But the main thing is we see greater circulation of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, which is a true force that Bitcoin allows. The peer-to-peer transactions. When you have more businesses and more people conducting transactions in cryptocurrency, we'll have, better, growth for everyone involved. So good on India for finally getting that through. Not like they could stop it much, but nonetheless, they're opening their arms to it, and we like that. Or at least I like that. I'm not going to speak for the entire crypto community. Our next article is crypto investors who bought Bitcoin at $1,000 are now starting to sell. This article also comes to us from CCN, so 2 crypto shoutouts in one episode for you, CCN. Thanks for your work. The Genesis Global CEO has begun seeing trading of long sleepy Bitcoin accounts as traders take profits from the levels that they bought in at in 2017. This is on the back of analyst sentiment saying that its fiat value could go as low as $1,500. When somebody's doing things along the trading aspect, what they look to do is sell high, buy low. So if Bitcoin is actually going to drop like it looks like many of these people believe, what you can do is the $4,000 is at right now, sell that off, let it drop, and then when you buy it back, you can buy even more. That way you're taking profits and reinvesting that into it so you can get more cryptocurrency. So that when the value increases, you're taking even more profit. Whenever doing anything like that, be careful of the tax implications, but it could be a tremendous gain. So if it does actually hit 1,500 and you have $4,000 worth to reinvest, makes an awesome position. A lot of people are actually starting to utilize stable coins, which is this is what their purpose is for, to move into them, wait for the value to drop to a particular level that you liked and your research determined was a good level, and then jump back into the crypto space. So that's a lot of activity seen. So probably some profit taking too. It is the holiday season. I know Eugene had mentioned he's taking some out so he can buy presents and get festive for this time of year, which is good on him. When you're in a profitable situation, do that. If your crypto is down tremendously, not necessarily the best option. Just hodl through and wait for the bounce back. If anything, if a person could square aside more money, it'd be a time to dollar cost average. So if those of you that are not familiar with dollar cost averaging, you buy it at 3,000 and then it drops, so you buy it again at 1,000, 3,000 plus 1,000, 4,000 divided by 2, you've actually only spent 2,000, which is an overall savings for the amount that you have. And then you wait for it to bounce back and you recoup on the bottom, back up to your level where you started at, and then everything beyond. So we see a lot of activity going on with that. And, just a good trading move. But for those of you that are hodlers and just riding it out, continue strong. Don't sell. All right. Our next article is crypto is not the only market that is tanked. This article has come to us from Joseph Young on the Twitter feed. So crypto shout out to Joseph Young. The mainstream media is reporting that the legacy stock market may drop another 2,000 points for the year amidst several large drops that have erased the gains for the year. Now, I don't generally follow the legacy markets too much, and I definitely don't follow the mainstream media, or really put too much validity into what they're saying. They are a good indicator because when they're talking about it, there's some activity, and the sensitivity of the crypto space can put somebody in position to enter or exit a particular coin at a particular time. But the thing that's significant about this is the correlation we start to see between the legacy markets and crypto space. We have a lot of financial advisors and institutional players that are moving into the crypto space. And traditionally, there hasn't been any correlation between the legacy markets and the crypto space. But with more of those financial entities moving into it, we're seeing more and more lineup. So if the legacy markets goes down, we'll see the crypto space going down as well. So keep an eye out for that, particularly because the crypto can provide profits that they use to bolster up the legacy markets. And then our last article is even currencies such as Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum are vying for a spot in the cashless world, IMF chairwoman Christine Lagarde pointed out. So that's an article come to us from, or a video that's actually come to us from Crypto Coin Junkie. And the main thing that's significant about this is that they've actually, as being the IMF, planned out a cashless society that involved their bank. But if the crypto coins and tokens can carve out into that, and they're actually mentioning it in world televised and aired talks, it just shows the power that crypto space has gained and the validity that's put it onto a world stage as a player. And this is completely from a decentralized standpoint, which indicates that it's going to be very difficult, at the least, to at one end of the spectrum, all the way out to impossible for them to stop cryptocurrency, because the central bankers don't like competition unless it's by their buddies. So we can see a lot of activity coming in from the crypto space and a lot more validity added to it on the world stage because of the recognition of it as far as its ability to vie for a spot in the cashless society. But keep an eye out for that. So now these are the stories I picked for the day. If there's any stories that you find significant that I should point out, by all means, reach out to me, drop them on the Twitter, email me, message me on the social media. We can get that incorporated in as well. So our next section is our BCN 1 minute whip, which takes a 1 minute to break down one of the top currencies top cryptocurrencies we have in the coin space. So I recommend taking a look at Redcoin. We have a video on that. Take a look at our archive video for PoonDX. take a look at that video. Also look at what was another one? Noah Coin. They have a cool space, a cool idea that they're going through for that. And another coin to check out in our archive, I'll just throw it out there, would be Tata 2. Check that one out. They're actually a video streaming site, and I think Johnny Depp actually joined on with promoting them. So look into those coins. Take a minute of your time, or 5 minutes, to take out those videos and learn about them. The crypto space provides tremendous opportunity for these particular niche markets and for projects that are actually serving a purpose. So by all means, look at them. If there's something that'd be something to invest in, look at that. And MaxX remembers Redcoin. Yeah, Redcoin. Personally, I have a deep affinity for Redcoin because I found that coin when its value was 00011. And when it went up to 30011, and I also bought it at 0009, and when it went up to 3 cents, they actually provided the profits that I was able to use to build the vast majority of my crypto coin portfolio. And whenever looking at a portfolio, I like to use a rule of thumb of 50, 25, 25. 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in the top 10. Some people could venture off even in the top 20, but sticking to the top 10 solid. And then 25% of long shots. So Redcoin was one of my long shots. And a couple hundred had in that, turned into several thousand, able to spread it around. So look into those and learn about those projects. Now we have Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida is going to be meeting on December 6th, the first Thursday of the month. So that's a group we have down here in Southwest Florida for all of our crypto enthusiasts to get together, talk crypto, their favorite projects and things they have going on in the crypto space, how their portfolio is doing or what coins they like. We meet first Thursday of each month here at the Butterfly Estates. So be here at 6 o'clock and we can get that going. And now the best resource we provide is actually our classes. Teaching people to enter the crypto space and build off the knowledge they have. Our Bitcoin 101, we have that for beginners, people just getting to start out, total noobs. We show you how to open accounts and what to invest, what ideas about investment to have in mind, and just educate you on the basics. Bitcoin 201 goes into how to build a portfolio, getting on exchanges and diversifying. Just educating on what to expect, what to look like, what all the moving things in the charts mean. And then our education on 301, 302, we talk about trading strategies, swing trading, arbitrage, and the ways that people can profit using cryptocurrencies. So look into that. Those are private courses by appointment only. So if you'd like to take one of those, reach out and let us know. And you can find us on our social media all over the place and on Steemit, D2, Facebook, YouTube, Minds, Twitter. We have the Tribe account up, Pinterest, Instagram. So any of those spots, reach out and let us know. And MaxX is telling us Bitcoin is crashing at the moment. Sales getting better. So that's the way I look at that. And then we have our referral links to opening accounts on Binance, Coinbase, CoinMama, Cryptopia. You open an account there, by all means, use it as a reference. Get credits for doing all that fun stuff. And then, just like our sponsor here, Crypto Quick, you can support the show through donations and using our donation addresses down below. So if there's a coin that you like to provide us or like to donate to us and we don't have an address for it, let us know. We'll get that up and we can make that facilitated and happening. Visit Crypto Quick. Be sure to get your company listed there. Find other companies that accept crypto and start utilizing and circulating cryptocurrency for that. So with that in mind, anything getting in the crypto space, you have to put something on the line. You have to put some skin in the game. It's going to be risky. But we know you can't get in the game without taking a little bit of risk. So everybody, remember, you got to risk it for the biscuit. Thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the show. Write everything in your comments, and we'll follow up with you. Have a wonderful day. See you next Monday. Let's see what crypto coins doing. Going up, going down, going sideways. We'll talk about that, see what we can do to project what's going on in the future. respect this one. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, Bitcoin and Coffee. Great show. And there's Bitcoin Ben is also in the chat there. Great show for you too. You gotta check out more of those. I'll start sharing it around. You have a great day. Close.